All right, y'all. Welcome to Against All Live Sports Radio Show. I'm Javon Bates, the Legacy. Today's show is sponsored by Capital Wealth Property Group. Are you a business who needs to build business credit? Do you need financial resources? Do you need a business consultant to approve or develop goals and organization structure and financial strategies? Would you know our techniques to fly, dine, and lodge for free? If yes, call for a free consultation today at 216-816-2020. That's 216-816-2020. So that's for your business credit. And besides business credit, we offer other services as well. And we also have a payment plan if you cannot afford the investment of $625, as low as zero down, $34 a month. If you're interested in that plan, you can text INVEST at 216-816-2020. And like I said, it's a soft pull, no impact to your credit score to qualify for this plan offer. So we're going to get definitely to it. We got Bruce right now joining us as well. So, like I said, let's get to it. Here we go. All right. So, Against All Our Sports Radio Show. Now we're going to talk about the Bengals versus the Rams Super Bowl. And like I said, Bruce join us in a second. So, the Bengals end up beating Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in a good game. And then the Rams end up winning against their opponent in a good game also, the 49ers. So we'll see what the Bengals versus the Rams bring. And it's going to be a good halftime show. I know that for a fact. You got Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, all performing live for the halftime show. And I hear a lot of OBJ, good things and bad things from the Cleveland fans. And it's funny to hear that stuff. I hear good things about him, then I hear funny things about him. Because you got them Baker Knights want to defend Baker by talking about Odell Beckham. But at the same time, let's be real and let's state the facts. Who's playing in the Super Bowl and who's not playing in the Super Bowl? That's the facts. So the Bengals actually did the Browns a favor, I believe, just because them going to the Super Bowl will make the Browns make more vast decisions, more better decisions for this upcoming season, because this is supposed to be the Browns in the Super Bowl. The Bengals, technically, got nothing against the Bengals, but let's just keep it honest and real. They're not. If the Ravens were healthy and the Browns were healthy, they're not going to be in this position. Period. But the key thing is Joe Cool made it to the Super Bowl. He did what he was supposed to do. He didn't choke. He threw an interception and kept his composure. He didn't get rattled. He didn't do none of that. He went down the field and scored. That's what he did. He didn't choke like some quarterbacks I know would. One or two interceptions, game over. One interception, game gonna be over with a certain quarterback that I know. So, Bruce, how did you feel about Joe Cool in that last game he played against the Chiefs?
What's up, everybody? Be smooth in the house. Man, he just made some big plays when he needed to, especially with his feet. And that's what these quarterbacks in the playoffs basically did. They just made the plays when they need to. And as you said, this Cincinnati team is not that good, but they've lucked their way to the Super Bowl. So I'm not sure what we're going to see at the Super Bowl. We know their offense is prolific, but their defense, it is not. It's not the same. It is not as good as the Rams defense. But somehow they have managed. I don't know. The way I looked at Mahomes play, he didn't even play like a Pro Bowl quarterback. He didn't look like Mahomes. What he was doing out there, it made no sense. But anyway, the Bengals are in there, and like you said, Burrow had to make the plays. He made the plays, and their receivers caught the ball. His line blocked, and they just came through for him. So if they can play that same style but take it up a notch, they can beat the Rams. But I wouldn't kind of pass them, because I said that in the beginning. I said my sleeper was the Bengals because of Joe Burrow, and he wins this game. You can begin to call Burrow a new GOAT over I think Mahomes, because that's the way he's looking. But all depends on how the referees let him play too, because they let that Kansas City receivers get held by the Bengals secondary, which they normally don't do. So we know if the refs let the defensive backs hold, then that defense is going to get hold of it. But they start throwing flags on holding calls, and you're done. So it all depends on what's going to go down. Now, the fact that Odell may be with the Rams, he may be seen as the enemy. But there's a love affair for this Burrow. Similar to Brady. So I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, so when we look at Joe Burrow, we're looking at another high prolific quarterback. And I don't know about him being better than Mahomes, but he's definitely in that conversation.
Think Tank may have to put his phone on mute. Till he talks.
What'd you say now?
Yeah.
So the Bengals running game is not all that bad either, with Joe Mixon. And then we see Akers with the Rams, not bad at all either on the other side. And Sony Michel did a good job when Akers was, I guess he had an injury in the game. He came back, or whatever the case was. But the reason why I said I'm glad, and I'm not rooting for the Bengals per se, but I'm glad the Bengals made it to the playoffs. Made it to the Super Bowl, just because it's going to make the Browns say, this should be us. Andrew Berry should be on his phone right now with a pad and calling a top-notch quarterback right about now.
Well, who's the top-notch quarterback that you want, that you think the Browns can get?
It's some top-notch quarterbacks that will be available.
Well, who you think?
You want me to run down the list of the top-notch QBs that's available?
That you really think would come to Cleveland?
That's a different story. I don't know who will actually come to Cleveland. I can give you a list of top-notch QBs that's free agents.
I could tell you. I think that would come. That's a decent. I think Matty Ice might come. I think
he's too old.
Cousins would possibly come. He's from here, so that's no problem. And I think Garoppolo. Nah, he's been out too. Well, he's from Eastern Washington, so it was cold there. I think he would come, but those are your only really prolific ones that are out there that would probably come.
See, that's the difference. You said that will come. You might as well just go ahead and keep Baker Mayfield.
You might as well, and get somebody in the draft.
But if you Andrew Berry, you could put some draft picks together. You could put something together to trade away, whatever his name is. And try to get a high prolific QB. Because let's go from the top. You got Russell Wilson, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got possibly Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, and that's about it. Who else you say?
I said Matt Ryan.
Oh, I wouldn't even put him in the conversation.
Are you kidding me? He's been to the Super Bowl. He's got a great arm. Why wouldn't you put him in the conversation? He's come on now. It's better stats than Stafford.
Nah.
He's got a better winning percentage than Stafford.
Yeah, he do. That was the old age quarterback. You got to be mobile now. You got to be able to throw the ball on the run.
We're not talking about to replace forever. We're gonna have to get a younger quarterback in here, definitely. But we're talking about what's available.
But that's not good.
Foles is more mobile.
You might as well keep Baker.
Nah, Matty Ice can throw the ball much better than Baker, and because he can stay in the pocket, and if he rolls out to throw, I mean, Matty Ice is like like you said, an old quarterback. But we have that type of line where we could run the ball and throw the ball and still be effective.
You know what? I'll put it like this, and I'm sorry, no disrespect to Matty Ice. I'll put it like this. Matty Ice will only last a year in Cleveland. And that's just keeping it real. Like, no disrespect to Matty Ice. It's just the way the AFC, you can't have mediocre play. These QBs that are winning in the AFC are elite. If you're not an elite quarterback,
they're the young elite. They're the young.
You can't
elite.
win. You can't win.
You can't win the AFC. Unless there's somebody sitting on a bench that we know, like a Huntley, but nobody's gonna bring in Huntley.
So you dismissing Deshaun Watson?
No, Deshaun Watson ain't coming here. It's too much drama. He's not coming here.
Oh, well, okay. How you know?
I don't.
Okay, so what, has he been arrested? No. Has he been to court? No. So what do that
I'm not saying he's drama. I'm saying there's too much drama here in Cleveland.
Oh, well,
come here.
Hey, if you want to play, this is your ticket.
They're not going to bring a Deshaun Watson here to compete with Baker Mayfield and to have this town be this. That's not even going to be half. Maybe a third of Cleveland will welcome Deshaun Watson. As soon as Deshaun Watson didn't look good for some reason or whatever, but it wouldn't even be that. Baker Mayfield is not going to be able to come until late in the preseason anyway. So you got to get somebody who's willing to come in here.
Can you hear me now?
Possibly move over when he does improve.
Yes. Yep. We can hear you.
This thing is all jacked up.
Deshaun Watson not going to come into this confusion.
Oh,
well, I'm just throwing the names
I can
out
hear
there.
you guys now.
I mean, I would love Deshaun Watson to come. Shoot.
Deshaun
Watson comes, you can forget it. With this running game in line, just give us the championship as long as we stay healthy. But that's what we saw this year. Teams didn't stay healthy, so
Deshaun Watson is not playing football for the foreseeable future. Just so you guys know that.
Why?
Dude's going to that.
He's going where?
Those are all
he's going where?
Jail.
What he created. He ain't going nowhere.
All right.
He's going to play football again.
Let me tell you why he's not going to jail right now.
He's going to play football again.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you why he's not going to jail. They really wanted him in jail.
He won't.
In the season.
And if he wasn't going to jail, then other teams would have that were going to trade for him would have stuck with it. That's why they've pulled out. So many teams have pulled out for trading for him.
They blackballed.
I don't understand why people don't get that. Teams don't just go like, we want you, and then all of a sudden they meet you, and they're like, we don't want you anymore. They're not blackballing the dude. The dude's got 22 cases ready to go to court.
That's what the blackball means. They blackball.
Y'all got to realize that.
You the one who
the NFL. If it wasn't a problem, he would be somewhere. He would have played. He would have played for Texans last year, but he's not. So
there ain't no.
That's saying something.
It's all civil.
You guys got to use your head on that.
There's no criminal charges against him. None whatsoever.
Yeah, those not criminal charges.
Those are civil suits.
Those are actually accusations. But guess what? That's what, Tank. I'm gonna tell you something. What just happened like about yesterday. I'm gonna say 24 hours ago. You said Deshaun Watson not playing, right? So why is the Giants trying to trade for him then?
Yeah, mommy, correct.
Tank didn't know it.
Anyway. Mommy, come on.
They trying to trade. They trying to get rid of Saquon Barkley to get Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Hello.
So yeah. So I don't think Deshaun is going to jail per se. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's probably gonna happen to him. He might have to come out his pocketbook. That's about it.
Well,
have you kept up with the case, with the Deshaun Watson case?
Well, if it was that easy, then he would have been playing last year.
No.
But it's a lot more. It's a whole lot more to what. It's a whole lot more to it than everybody's getting the information on. Because if it wasn't such a big deal, he would have been playing last year.
No,
so he wouldn't have been. He wouldn't be sitting on the bench because the Texans were so bad, and then all those teams that wanted, and then all those teams that wanted him wouldn't have all of a sudden just said, "Oh yeah, we don't want you anymore." There's a lot more to it than what they're talking about.
Important. The important is who can we get, actually possibly get.
We don't need a quarterback. I don't even know what you guys were talking about trading for him anyway. We don't need a quarterback.
You saying we don't need a quarterback? Oh my gosh!
All right, let me ask you this question. How many Super Bowls have Ben Roethlisberger and Joe Burrow played in?
What?
How many Super Bowls have Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield played in?
Well, yeah, Joe Burrow's obviously in the Super Bowl this year. I mean, if you watched the game last
second
weekend,
year,
they only
won 4 games last year. They won 4 games last year. So you telling me that Joe ain't a better QB than what's his name?
No, he's not.
All right.
How many times has Joe Burrow beaten the Browns? How many times has Baker Mayfield beaten the Bengals? Every time we've played them.
But guess what? We at home, right? And they in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we missed the playoffs by 1 game. 2 of those games, the Raiders and the Packers, we got screwed out of, just like we got screwed out of the game against the Chiefs last year. So we can't beat the referees if the referees are trying to play us like that.
So you think those are the only 2 games we got screwed out of?
No, we got screwed out of plenty more than just those 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about down the stretch, the last 2 games that we needed to win to get into the playoffs, we got screwed out of.
But what about the games that somebody threw the ball, interception, say he was thrown out of bounds, though?
Interception's part of the game, man. There's not one quarterback that doesn't throw an interception in the NFL.
You right.
And part of football.
You right. And guess what? The elites, they could bounce back from an interception and win the game. Somebody could get sacked 9 times and win a game. Somebody could throw 4 picks and win a game.
Yeah, it happens.
Somebody I know can't throw 4 picks and we can't win. Throw 1 pick, you can't win a game.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, man. I just feel like if we just want to be mediocre, we stick with the quarterback we got. But if you want to be
better than mediocre
and win championships, we need to go elsewhere.
This team is set up to win now, but I mean,
it's been set up to win now.
Things happen.
So what happened?
You're not going to win games when you got 27 players that's all of a sudden out because of the virus. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win games when you average 6 to 7 injuries every single game during the whole season.
Hey,
but we had key players, dude. We had key players that were injured on defense and on offense. Don't try to play like that.
We're not even gonna talk about injuries. I'm gonna tell you one team that had the worst injuries, and they almost went to
us in the Washington Redskins.
No, the Ravens had the worst situation ever, and they almost made it to the playoffs.
Not really.
Yes, they did.
I mean, yeah, they lost their running They lost three of their running
backs.
backs.
Their safeties, their cornerbacks, their 2 running backs. They lost their linemen. They lost a lot of things that they
didn't lose their linemen. They went and got some good linemen. They went and got some Pro Bowl linemen.
No, I'm talking about they lost though. They lost injuries. That's right. They made moves to keep going.
Yeah, that was our big problem too.
Telling me Baker?
They need to concentrate
on
is getting depth at their offensive line, because the people that stepped in for the Browns Baker Mayfield couldn't do nothing when they hiked the ball off the dude. There's defenders that's already in the backfield. Oh, by the way, I might be able to get Jack Conklin to come on the show. He actually moved next door to my fiance's uncle.
Okay.
Just a side note.
So, let me ask you this question, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. So, you saying that Lamar Jackson is not better than Baker Mayfield?
They're up there together, man.
Huh?
They really are. They're the top. I think they're the top 2 quarterbacks in the AFC North.
Wow. So Joe Burrow is not a top quarterback in the AFC North.
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yep.
How he's number 3?
We would have been in that position. We would have been where he is right now if the Browns if we could have won one of those last 3 games. That would have been us.
If Baker Mayfield would just sat down and got surgery, he would have won all of them games.
I agree with that too, because he was injured the whole time. He shouldn't have been playing. He has the same injury that caused God, what was that? J.J. Watt to sit out the rest of the season. It wasn't a small injury to just play around with like that. He should have sat down, and on top of that, our coach should have sat him down.
Coach ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does.
No,
he's the guy who's making the
calls.
The owner said that he was letting the team run the team. He got the general manager. He went and got the general manager and let the general manager make the calls, call the shots. He said he was going to distance himself from the team.
It's the owner, man. Ain't no way Baker Mayfield should have all these more commercials than Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, who cares about commercials, man? You're talking about playing on the football field.
Ain't went to a playoff.
Who cares about commercials?
But ain't win a Super Bowl, ain't did nothing prolific yet.
First off, the people that want him in his commercial in their commercials came to him. It wasn't like he went and asked to be in those commercials. They came to him and they decided, oh, this would be a cool thing. So who cares? That has nothing to do with football.
That. But it's the owner. It's the owner, man.
No, it's not.
What you think, Bruce?
The owner. Jerry Jones, he runs his. All these are millionaires. They don't let nobody decide or choose for them what's best for their.
Jerry Jones is always involved with their team. He's always on the side.
These are billionaires. They don't let nobody decide. They make the last choice. Now they'll listen to you, and then they'll make their determination.
Exactly. Andrew Berry's a good GM, but he only gonna do what the owner tell him to do.
No, it's him.
That's
it's
his
all
money.
on him.
He gonna call the last shots, man. It's his money. He can just let that money just go away. I mean, he calls the shots. So if I wish he did listen to Andrew Berry, we won't be in this situation right now. But Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, if we just want to go to the playoffs and lose, then we'll stick with him.
No, when we're going to go to the playoffs and win, we'll be in the Super Bowl next year, barring any crazy, stupid injuries that we always get.
How we going to the Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield? I'm trying to figure this out.
Because he's a good quarterback. That's why.
He's a good quarterback. Good quarterback.
Yes, he is.
Championships.
Yeah, they do. Look at where Joe Burrow is right now.
He ain't a good quarterback. He a great quarterback. It's the difference.
I don't know about that, man.
He in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
He made some throws, right? Didn't he make some throws to get to the Super Bowl?
I'm pretty sure he did.
All right. Trust me. They ain't get there because a backup quarterback got him there or the running back got him there. Joe made some plays.
Yeah, so I guess Patrick Mahomes all of a sudden sucks then now too, right?
Nope. Nope. Patrick Mahomes is still the best QB in the league. Just didn't play good that day.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying he's better than Baker. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah, that's your opinion. So,
Hey, I'm just going by who in the Super Bowl. I wish we could be in the Super Bowl.
all you gotta do is wait till next year.
Next year? That sounds like
Just
the
like
normal.
like the Cavaliers about to go to the NBA
man.
championship again this year.
That sounds like the normal Brown saying. Wait till next year. You know how many times we done heard wait till next year? As a Browns fan. Oh, Odell in the Super Bowl too. Man, they said he wasn't a good receiver, man. What happened?
I did not know. I didn't hear anybody say he wasn't a good receiver. I ain't hear not one single person say that.
Yes, I did. Baker Mayfield said, "Oh, he wasn't running the routes right. He wouldn't. He not catching the ball. He not doing this. He not doing that. He not on the same page."
Yeah, I don't think he said that, but okay.
You say he didn't say that?
No.
So he never said that.
No.
Okay.
He did not say that. He definitely did say he wished he was still here, but
oh, in front of the cameras, he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You got to say it was right in front of the cameras.
Okay.
If he actually wanted Odell Beckham there, he would still be there.
Hey, mommy.
That's her in the trunk.
Honey.
I just hope we could get some more receivers to come here, man, because I don't know.
Yeah, I was hearing something about them trying to get Michael Williams. Mike Williams. I would hope they would try to go after Thomas
San Diego?
from the Saints. Yeah, from the Chargers.
LA.
I don't want
Or
Thomas.
yeah, the LA.
You have a better chance. Thomas
I
since he went to
I
Ohio
don't want
State.
Thomas. Unless Drew Brees
Williams
with
is
him.
not coming here from that sunny.
I would
Sunny
love
LA.
to have Michael Thomas here.
I don't. Only way I take Michael Thomas is Drew Brees come out of retirement.
Oh, he was the only quarterback he could play with?
Yep.
Cardell Jones wasn't, someone that he could play with?
Nope.
Oh.
That's college level. Where's Cardell Jones now?
He may go anywhere if Jameson is healthy.
You said what?
Jameson can stay healthy. The Saints will be a record. But it's going to be hard for us to get.
That would actually be. That's true. I think Jameis Winston could have been really good with him too. But with his injury, they never got to play together because Thomas was out the whole season.
I don't want him because we need a burner receiver. He's just a possession receiver. We need somebody that could burn, like Odell Beckham. somebody on that caliber. Thomas ain't never beat nobody on no passing. He's a possession receiver. I mean, he's all right. He might be a good number 2.
Yeah, you might get Sammy Watkins. You're gonna do that,
huh?
You might as well get Sammy Watkins if you're just gonna get a receiver like that.
Exactly.
But I looked at the free agent.
I take Allen Robinson over him.
Who's this? Fuller.
I take Allen Robinson over him.
Robinson ain't gonna be available. Fuller's gonna be available.
You about to be a free agent.
Yeah, Fuller. Who? Robinson? Nah, he ain't a free agent.
Allen Robinson about to be a free agent. Him and Devontae
Fuller's going to be available.
2 receivers probably right now that's coming out.
Allen Robinson was on that list, and so was
I ain't seen him on the free. I googled the free. I googled the free agency wide receivers.
But I would only look at Tom Adams.
Who? Well, Will Fuller is going to be there. John Brown's going to be there.
I think Justin Jefferson from the Vikings.
You got
too.
The top 2 receivers, which is Devontae Adams and
no, Jefferson not there.
Them the 2 top receivers in the free agency right now.
Michael Thomas is also
Fullers and you got Smooth Schuster,
Michael
Fuller.
Thomas is way
Emmanuel
better.
Sanders, Jamison Crowder, Keelan.
Oh, that's
Cole.
right, Emmanuel Sanders. I saw Emmanuel Sanders on that list. Yeah, I like Emmanuel
Sammy
Sanders.
Watkins. I don't really want Sammy Watkins, but
Possession receiver.
Cardell Patterson.
Oh, he's older.
That's it.
Hey, now you're back. Can you guys hear me?
Wolf, your fast receivers are Will Fuller, John Brown, and Emmanuel Sanders, and maybe Marvin Jones.
So let's talk about
Marvin Jones.
Get a Will Fuller
He's a free agent now.
Emmanuel Sanders. Marvin Jones, yeah, he's a free agent, but.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
but isn't Emmanuel Sanders in Buffalo? He may be signed.
Yeah, he's down there in Buffalo.
Yeah, so he may be signed.
He did really well down there.
They might have,
Mike Williams not a free agent.
Pick up some other ones because that's why I said Mike Williams is not on that list.
Justin Herbert gonna be throwing them touchdowns next
I didn't even see Robinson though. Well, he's Herbert, one of Herbert's main receivers, so he wasn't going anywhere. Him and Keenan Allen.
You got DJ Shark. You got some other receivers, but we ain't got no. The top 2 is Allen Robinson and Devontae Adams. In the top 2. Anybody after that?
They're not going anywhere.
Whatever.
They're gonna stay where they are. They're gonna stay where they are. Because that's the team's number 1 receiver.
What's his name would have been up there, but he got injured. Godwin. Towards ACL.
Oh yeah, Godwin got injured.
Towards ACL.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that list again because I didn't see them other wide receivers. I saw Emmanuel Sanders. Mostly possession receivers. I guess it depends on what website you go to.
Here. There's the right there.
Some people will say
I gotta
Antonio Brown. What?
dispense some water.
Some people will say Antonio
Nah,
Brown.
it's trouble.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I would not
That's
mess
trouble.
with that dude.
Unless you got.
And I thought it
I
was
don't know,
crazy
Antonio
that
Brown. That's
I thought it was crazy that the one dude from Buffalo retired at halftime.
I mean, he can't go big.
Yeah, that was
he
crazy.
Could go to Cincinnati. They got a lot of receivers, so he could go to Cincinnati and play that. Or LA.
I didn't know the Honey Badger was
Wherever they got bunch of receivers, he could go and act up.
Yeah, he already wrote him note. He wrote him the note that said he wasn't coming. Basically saying he wasn't coming back.
Wow. Yeah, Honey Badger.
Who? He's not coming back.
Yeah, Kansas City. He wrote them a farewell note that's basically on Twitter or Facebook or something, and basically said I forgot exactly how he worded it, but it sounded like he said he wasn't coming back.
Man, let's go get Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's
man.
getting up there now. So.
Oh, that's funny, man. He's still playing. Tampa Bay losing a lot of players this year.
That's why Brady's going.
Right. Everybody's a free agent in Tampa Bay.
Brady's retired.
Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was only there for 1
Pierre
year.
Paul. And it's so many. It's crazy.
Pierre Paul's up there.
Yep. A lot of their players, man.
And Gronkowski might retire.
Let's talk about the Cavs. Let's talk about the Cavs. Cavs beat the Pelicans 93-90 at home. Good game. We lost to the Pistons
Not a point guard.
But
without
beat the Pelicans.
I didn't see that game.
You didn't see it?
I saw the Pelican game. Yeah, the Pelican game, they didn't have a point guard. They filled in.
Yeah,
Darius distributed 12 assists. So they're gonna miss Darius Garland. But Goodwin stepped in and did his thing. So
I think he was only out for the one game though.
And Jetty can
he should be back tomorrow for
the
the Houston game.
We can be okay for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Cavs play the Rockets tomorrow, so they should win that game.
They should beat
just
the
a lot of isolation ball in the Rockets organization.
Rockets just out Kevin Porter. That's it.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
I don't think Cavs will win.
My service is really bad.
But Tank is not realistic. He's not being realistic. So free agency for the Cavs. What are they gonna do?
You talking about before the trade deadline?
They don't need a point guard.
Trade deadline.
Names I heard was Kavaris LeVert,
yeah,
Buddy Hield, Rashawn Holmes. I didn't know he was in there, but I guess the Sacramento Kings are trying to unload everybody, I guess.
Buddy Hield's a good shooter. So we'll give
yeah.
But we're still gonna need it.
Yeah, they can count on their future through what's that dude's name? Halliburton.
Who?
Halliburton. I forgot his first name, but he's there. I think he's a rookie or their sophomore year.
For the Cavs?
No, for Sacramento. He was I'm saying if we get Buddy Hield, then that means that they're gonna stick with Halliburton for being the guy that they build around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're saying Buddy Hield, he's due a lot of money the next following year, so he wouldn't really, if we're trying to keep him around, wouldn't really help to bring in Buddy Hield. Karis LeVert's contract.
Yeah.
Well,
what they would do.
Slasher. He's more of a slasher.
What I see them doing,
but he's not really a scorer.
Yeah, that's true. Karis LeVert's the scorer. What I would see them doing though is just getting somebody to replace Colin Sexton for the rest of the season until he comes back next year.
Well, they're talking about Sexton may be able to come back around playoffs.
Playoff time, yeah, that's what I was hearing too. He came back to the team last week. He was back on the bench with them.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday.
They brought his rehab assignment back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's some other guys out there too.
We definitely will see.
They're available.
So we got the All-Star game coming up in a few weeks right here in Cleveland. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens after the All-Star game, after the All-Star break. We should be able to definitely make the playoffs this year. As long as we stay healthy and just maintain our wins, we'll be good.
I think we're definitely going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, we already showed it.
Yeah, that's critical. Everybody staying healthy. Yeah,
We'll be 31-20.
And what's his name is what's his name's getting ready to come back.
Marketing. Lowry Marketing.
Forward. Marketing's getting ready to come back in about maybe a week. But with that ankle, you can always tweak it again. That's the only problem with that. So once Marketing gets back and Goodwin's doing his thing, Stevens is doing his thing, the Cavs going to be even stronger.
Yep. But
So
we'll
I think
see.
everybody-
We're going to be a
everybody's
problem. We're going to be a first-round
I
problem.
keep Goodwin
for
because we don't have
somebody
a
in the
better
first round.
backcourt. Oh yeah, they don't want to play the Cavs.
Yeah, we're going to be a problem in the first round.
Especially not in a 7-game series.
No, they don't want to see the Cavs coming.
No, they don't want to see us.
What he said, Giannis said, well, he said, looks like we're going to have to take the Cavs serious now.
Got to take them serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to see. We definitely going to see.
Well, Allen said, as far as the Piston games go, he said we were too much of our clippings, and we found out that we weren't as good as we thought we were. So if this team can remain humble, keep the work ethic up, and stay hungry, they will. I think they'll make a dent to the second round.
Yeah, we're going to be a problem. We're going to be a problem. Somebody going to take us lightly, and we're going to go in there and mess their world up. They're going to see us.
But we're gonna need Love to show up.
We ain't playing around.
Jetty to show up. Yeah, we're gonna need Love to show up, Jetty to show up, and Wade. Those three have to step it up. And Goodwin.
I would say Stevenson too.
And what's the Stevens?
I like Stevenson. He tough.
Goodwin might lose his time to Rondo now that Rondo's back. They're saying that he might lose some of his minutes.
They say Rondo don't have enough wins. Well, I know they don't have enough wins. He's good. He can't run like that anymore. They said we can't log a lot of minutes.
So, real quick, fellas, I know y'all probably heard the news that just happened like earlier, well, previous, not too long ago, with Brian Flores when he said he's gonna put a discrimination lawsuit against the NFL because he felt like they was being racist on the coaching position, which I feel like he was treated unfairly with the Dolphins. He got the Dolphins a lot of wins versus what they used to. Do you feel that he shouldn't have did it, or you think he should have just sat back and just went for another coaching job?
Yeah, it was kind of screwed
I don't
up.
know.
They,
I know
after a great season they had, they don't have in the couple years that he was there to turn that team around. They just get rid of him for no reason, like out of the blue like that. That made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
we had that losing season and that they let him go, but there's a lawsuit against State Farm and racism. So this may be tied in with that lawsuit with State Farm, because that's going to implicate the NFL because they're so in bed with State Farm.
Mm-hmm.
And you still have that situation with Washington and biasness, and then you have that situation with Gruden and racism. So this all ties in.
Yeah, you're right.
So we definitely know Brian Flores is not interested in coming back into the NFL because he ain't gonna get back in. So he might as well go to college. But how will this affect him on the college level? That's the question. He may have to go to a HBCU or some other small programs if he wants to coach again.
Yeah, it's just tragedy. It's a tragedy.
So he must have pretty been very upset to go against the big bad brother NFL.
Well, this ain't the first time somebody sued the NFL. Won't be the last time.
No.
Remember Al Davis sued on one back in the days.
Well, that's Al Davis. He ain't Al Davis.
Yeah.
He ain't Al Davis.
No, I'm just saying this ain't the first time. This ain't the last time.
Davis he was just suing his buddies. He's just suing his buddies. So that ain't the same.
It definitely ain't the same. I'm just saying it won't be the last time somebody try to sue the NFL. Anybody suing the NFL for CTE scans and all this other stuff. So they got sued already, and they lost that battle. They got to pay billions of dollars out. That's why they throwing flags for hits and all kind of other stuff because they don't want to go through that stuff again.
That's right. That's right. So I mean, but that was the whole thing with the Rooney Rule to get more African American coaches. How it's not really on the owners or the NFL. It's on the players. This is a predominantly African American league. If there are no African Americans, that's because of the players' fault. They should be standing up for their coaches and getting more coaches to represent them. So if we don't see a lot of minority coaches in the NFL, it's because the players, they're selling out. They bought into the farm about the NFL and the good old boy league, because that's all we see. You go Kitchens with no coaching experience jumps the coach over these African American coaches. No way.
Right.
So, but the players don't mind playing for these bum coaches, and they don't say anything when Flores goes. Why don't the brothers kneel and protest for other stuff? Nobody kneeled and protest for Flores.
Yeah, man. It's horrible. It's horrible.
So if the African American players step up and really flex their
something has to be
power,
done. So
things will be much better.
Hopefully this time something good to come out of it.
Yep.
Something positive.
All right, fellas. I forgot to ask.
Well, one more point. What happened to Jay-Z and his role in these minority situations here?
Man, he just in control of entertainment.
He got the halftime acts.
That's right.
We can't. I ain't laughing at these billionaires, so whatever.
Well, fellas, we forgot one last thing before we get off here. We forgot the prediction: Bengals versus Rams Super Bowl. Who y'all got, and what you think the score gonna be?
I'm taking the Rams in that game. 28-16.
28-16. Okay. Who you got, Bruce?
I got two predictions. I got my football prediction.
No. We need to know who gonna win. You only need one prediction. Who gonna win this game, and what's the score gonna be?
All right, I'm gonna take Burrow. The Burrow run continues. Burrow's gonna win it, and I think it's gonna be a shootout. 35-31. 35-31.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. The shoe come off this weekend. The Cinderella shoe come off this weekend. Only reason I say that is because you got Aaron Donald. You got Donald ready, man. He pointed to his finger. He want that shit, man. He hungry. That defense is nasty, man. They ready.
And they're gonna be.
I'm gonna go with the defense. They got offense too, but I'm gonna go with the defense. Defense win championships. I'm gonna go with the defense. I'm gonna say the Rams gonna win just because they got rid of Odell Beckham too. The Browns got rid of Odell Beckham. So anytime the Browns get rid of a player, they normally win. So I'm gonna go with the Rams. 30, 38, 28. No, I'm sorry, 38-31. 38-31.
Yeah, I was going to say, because
38-31
the Bengals
Rams.
still don't have an offensive line. And they're going up against a defensive line like that.
I like Joe, though. I do like Joe, man. I do like Joe. But I think the Rams going to pull it off. But, huh? So if Bruce right, then that's good, Bruce, man. I like Joe. I like Joe Burrow.
I ain't saying I like Joe or I like the Bengals. I'm saying because America's right now has got this love fest with Joe Burrow.
Let's Bengals defense step up.
So that's my prediction. I think the love. I think this is the new, like when we saw Brady first come in.
Well, that concludes our show
for Joe Burrow.
Huh?
I think this is Joe Burrow era.
I mean, he's a good underdog. He's a good underdog. I mean, that's a good prediction. That's a good prediction. I just think, just from history, when the Browns get rid of some players, they always win a Super Bowl. I'm gonna go with history on this one.
I mean, honestly, I don't think the best team from the NFC or the AFC are there, but we got what we got.
But you know what, Bruce? I won't be surprised if they do win. I'll leave it at that.
Oh,
I wouldn't
now
be
so you didn't
surprised
say
if
you won't be
Joe do
surprised.
win.
Football wise, the Rams should win. They got the best defense. They got a comparative offense, but we've seen this type of thing before where they go out. They're not heads. They're not heads above them, so where they just could blow them out. But it's a possibility because if this defense, I think it's all on the refs. If they don't allow the defense to play, and they let Cincinnati play, it's going to be interesting. But if they allow the defense to dictate what's going to happen in this Super Bowl, there's no way since Cincinnati's defense, unless they do some holding and get away, it's going to be able to stop the Rams' offense because Cincinnati defense honestly can't stop anybody that's got a prolific offense. But they, I mean, you give up 21 points to the Rams the first half. That could be a problem unless the referees let you hold in the second half again. But I think this is going to be a shootout.
All right. Well, we'll see in a couple of weeks.
May the best gun win.
So we'll be back here next
2
Tuesday
weeks.
to finish talking about the Super Bowl. Maybe y'all predictions might change.
You
Yeah,
never
you're
know.
right.
They could have some injuries in practice or something that could change the game too.
Maybe y'all predictions might change by next week. We got a whole nother week. We got a whole nother show next Tuesday. All right, y'all. Well, it's Against All Live Sports Radio show. I'm Trevon Bates, the Legacy.
Tank, aka
Who's
DJ
beefing about?
TK. Peace.
All right, Tank. Ginger.